Allison Pynn, Yandy's makeup artist. Hey guys, I'm Lauren, I'm Yandy's social media manager. And Yandy's now carrying Moira Beauty, so I wanted to show our classic Yandy Glam using my favorite Moira products. So I grabbed this Unraveled palette by Moira Beauty because it's got the prettiest neutral tones in here, which are so Yandy Glam. So let's start with her eyes. Her foundation and concealer is already finished. So I'm gonna go in here with this color called April. Put it right in the crease here and blend it out. You guys, I am so impressed by the pigment in this palette. The colors they're true. You can see we've got an immediate effect right here. I didn't have to dig in. The price point is freaking incredible. I'm not saying this is a real thing I'm feeling. I'm really, really impressed by this palette and this line. Seriously, you guys, it's so good. I'm not done for you guys. Now I'm going to take that same April shade and I'm going to throw it under the eye as well, all along the lower lash line. This is how you get that overall smoky but yet soft effect. Now one cool thing about this palette is we've got highlighters and cheek already in here, so now I'm going to double dip here using one product two ways. I'm going to throw some of that highlighter right in the inner rim of her eye, and right over the lid. So we've got that pretty little sparkly pop right on the lid. Now I'm going to take Inevitable and put it in the crease of her eye and blend it right into her shade, April, so we create a lot of depth. This is kind of my secret to a nice, soft, smoky eye, is that there's a lot of layering and blending going on. So you just get this overall real softness. It's kind of like a mural of eyeshadows. I'm going to take this color called For Real. I'm going to run it along her lash line, hugging her lashes. So it's not going down as far as the first color April went down. April really went all over the along the lashes, but just under the lash line. I'm keeping For Real just along her lashes. Your eyes are already popping so pretty. And I'm also gonna take For Real and throw it on the outer corner of her eye and a bit onto the lid. And buff it out, and blend it through. And I'm using kind of a smaller brush to lay this For Real color down right on this outer corner because I don't want it to be buffed out too much. I want to have it a bit concentrated, so a smaller detailed brush is going to get you more of a concentration of color. And then you can take a small blending brush and just make sure there's no lines from that color bringing down. So it's nice and blended, but it's still concentrated right where we put it. Now I'm going to take the color Bold, and starting at the outer corner, I'm going to lay it down in the shape of a cat eye. And then I'm going to run that color along the lash line. I'm not going to blend it in, I'm going to keep it in the shape of a cat eye. Now I'm going to take the color Soon to Be, and I'm going to put it down, layering over slightly the last eyeshadow I used, called Bold. And I'm going to keep it more on just that outer corner. And layering these two are going to give it a really sultry, soft effect. Next, I'm going to clean up a little of that fall off that happens It happens, right? And then move on to eyeliner and lashes. Next, I'm gonna create a cat eye. Keep looking straight ahead. Now, the key to getting the perfect cat eye shape for your eye is if you were to draw an imaginary line extending from your lash line, your bottom lash line coming up, and that imaginary line just kept going, it would go right in there. That is your perfect spot to lay down the cat eye. Now from here, you're going to connect it onto the upper lid. Close. Got this little shape here, and then run it along your upper lash line. And whether you're using a little pot liner like I am and a brush, or a felt tip, or whatever your eyeliner is, although it is easier with those two as opposed to a pencil, you've got the same process here. Straight ahead. One little signature move that I love to do to create this eye look is to go in with a deep, either literally a black or just a really deep espresso brown color, which actually this soon to be is perfect for. And right on top of the cat eye, just press a bit of color right on top of that. Not only does it lock the eyeliner in, but it creates this really soft, smudged out, kind of blurry effect on top of the eyeliner. And then another little fun fact to that is if you screw up your cat eye, this covers it up perfectly. So I'm kind of smudging it, giving it kind of a soft focus, smudged look. And then just blending it out. Now I'm going to go in, right here, and down. Now I'm lighting the upper inner rim of her eye, and it's going to make her eye color pop, and it's going to make her lash line look really thick. So if you want to look at the difference to actually see in real time, this eye here is lined, the upper inner rim is lined with jet black eyeliner, and this one is not. So you just got extra pop. You're popping. Popping, one eye popping. One eye is popping. Down. Line with a soft brown eyeliner, just really lightly on her bottom lashes. And I like to add a little extra eyeliner just on the outer corner. Again, we love getting this sultry effect. So as an artist, and I'm sure you're the same way, when you get an overall look, sometimes you want to go in and add a little bit of zingers. It's like a little bit more to zhuzh the whole look. So I'm going to go in and just push in a little bit of the bold eyeshadow tone, just to give it a little bit more of a smoky, sultry effect. Now I'm going to go in with some individual lashes. Feel free to use a strip if you're more comfortable with that. I actually personally think if you aren't comfortable with any of eyelashes, whether it's a full strip or individuals, try a half a strip. They do sell half a strips, or take your full strip and just literally cut off the ends so that you're creating half a strip, because it's just a lot easier to deal with and to maneuver. But if you can do individuals, which I personally think they're easier, just right at my forehead, you're going to go in, start at the outer corner. So we're dipping in a little bit of strip glue. I always use regular strip glue for my individual lashes. Just go right in there, and I'm placing these lashes on her lashes, on the lash line, like that. So right at the roots of where her eyelashes are growing out, that's where these lashes are going on top of. So you don't put them on the skin, they go on the actual lash. And these lashes are medium in length, and I like to go back and forth between medium, short, and then at the end I'll throw in a little bit of longs just to have that pretty wisp. So I just built up an entire lash line with medium individuals, and now I'm going to go in with a few little shorts and put them right on the inner corner. Alright, now I'm going to go in with some long, fluffy individuals. I'm going to place them pretty sporadically around, just enough to get an extra fluttery look. So now I'm going to throw on some mascara. I like to do it when I'm working on people. I like to do mascara after the lashes are finished because it blends the two together, your lash with the individuals. But on yourself, it could be more easy if you've done. I think it might be a bit easier if you start with mascara and then layer on the lashes after. And then fan out the outer corner. Now I'm going to go in for brows. I'm going to start by brushing them up to reveal any little spots that need some help. And I swiped out some of the brow gel called Honey Blonde, which is pretty much a perfect match for her. It comes off a bit darker than it does right here. So I like to start at the bottom of brows, right on the edge, and then just dust up the product and just work it into the brow, but always feathering it in the shape of little brow hairs to keep a more natural look. Next I'm going to go in this really pretty highlighter. We love a good highlight. It's Aqua Liquid Highlighter, and I believe it's number 3 called Bubbly Champagne. You can take it with a brush or just in with your fingers and just press the product in along the cheekbones. Keep working it in to press it. I mean, there's so much color that's coming off here. It's kind of a champagne tone, really pretty. And she's glowing. I'm gonna go with a little blush. This palette is called Passion Blossom. And I kind of like to mix the two around so you get that real pretty peachy pinky effect. Just right on the apples of the cheek here. Just place right on the apples of the cheek and then dust back a little bit. But you do want to keep the concentration right in here with a slight blending back. Now for this summery look, I'm going to add some warmth around her face. I'm going to throw a little powder in her T-zone. I like to keep the skin really glowy. We don't want to overshine the forehead and around the nose and right in here. This is the banana powder. It's translucent and it's actually really nice. I'm going to go in with a little of the Moira banana powder. Just mattify her T-zone. I don't really set makeup. I don't think that if you add the right primers and layer the right products, you don't need to really set it, but I don't want her overly shiny. So I just mattify the T-zone and then keep her glowy everywhere else. I'm going to finish off the look. I'm going to throw on lips, and this is just a neutral liner. And then I'm going to swipe off some of this really pretty tone called Novel. It's sort of like a creamy matte, but it's so pretty and neutral. Wow.
Hey YouTube, it's Jamilette Agiola. If we left you satisfied, prove it by checking our channel. And don't forget to subscribe.